Hello YouTube Nation, welcome back to my channel. I am Tia Latrice, and as always, I am so happy to have you here. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I upload new content. Alright guys, so I was super behind with posting videos. It rained terribly most of the week last week, so I wasn't able to do a lot of the DIY projects I wanted to. So I just decided to buckle down this weekend and go ahead and get something done that I could do inside. So I decided to make this wall art piece for my bedroom, and I just used some stuff that I already had around the house, mostly wooden dowels. I also used some hot glue and some spray paint for this project. So hopefully it'll turn out okay. Now, in regard to the size dowels that I used, the ones that I put down first, those are the thickest dowels that I had, as well as the longest. They're about 36 inches in length, and they measure about 5/16 of an inch. I got those from Walmart. You can find them, I want to say that they only cost about 33 cents. At the most, they might have been like 64 cents. I don't recall if they were 33 or 64, but either way, very affordable, less than $1 for each of those. I ended up using 5 of those total. And then the next ones that you see me putting down, those are 12-inch dowels. They measure about 3/16 of an inch. Those are the ones that you can tend to find just about anywhere. They sell them at Dollar Tree sometimes, and they also sell them at Walmart and any craft store. Some places sell them for like $1. You might have to pay like $2 at most, but they usually come with about 16 or 18 in the pack. I'm not sure how many of those I used. I kind of just used the remainder of what I had left, so it may not have even been a full pack. I kind of just used what I had. And then those smaller ones that you see, those are also 3/16 of an inch. They are only 6 inches long. I bought those in a pack of 15 from the Dollar Tree. Excuse me, they have those all the time. So you should be able to find those pretty easily as well. And you'll also see me, after I put down all of the dowels that I already mentioned, you'll see me using some more really long dowels. They're thinner than all of the other dowels that I had. I think they're only 1/18 of an inch. I got those from Walmart as well. They come in a 36-inch length, but I did cut them down some just to give a little bit of variety to the dowels that I was using. I wanted to have some different lengths, so I cut them down by about 6 inches or so. And as you can see, there's not really any rhyme or reason to how I'm placing the dowels, and I'm sorry you can't see the entire piece in this particular shot, but I just wanted to, I didn't want them to be symmetrical. I wanted them to just kind of look, I don't know if random is the right word, but I just laid them out in the way that I thought was most visually appealing. I'll show you a look at how it was all laid out before I glued everything together in just a moment. So here's a look at how everything turned out once I had everything placed the way that I thought that I wanted it. Of course, this is kind of subject to change based on how the dowels are laying once I add the hot glue. So I just went from right to left, hot gluing the ends of each piece just so I wouldn't move anything out of place that didn't need to be moved, and so I could kind of just keep track of which pieces I had already glued so that nothing would get skipped accidentally. Now there are a few pieces that I kind of moved around a little bit more even after placing them where I thought I wanted them, just because I wanted everything to be laying flat. I didn't want any particular dowel to kind of be lifted or not look like it was where it was supposed to be. I wanted to make sure everything was kind of supported as far as the structure of the piece. So you may have to do that as well, depending on how your dowels are laying, especially since these are all kind of different sizes. You want to make sure that when you're putting your hot glue that it's not going to pop out of place, and that your all of your dowels are properly supported. So once everything was finally glued into place, I went ahead and took this ultra matte black spray paint from Rust-Oleum. I've been using this on a few different things over the past few weeks, so you've seen me use this before, but I used that to spray paint the entire piece. And I spray painted this inside my garage since it was so wet and damp outside. Make sure that if you do spray paint inside of an enclosed space, whether it be a garage or any place else, make sure that you have proper ventilation. I did have the garage door open just to kind of let out some of those fumes as I was spray painting this piece. Now, one additional thing that I want to mention: when you spray paint dowels, make sure that you be sure to get the ends of the dowels, like the little flat parts at the end of each piece. Those are really easy to overlook. So just to make sure that you have a finished look, make sure that you're very intentional about spray painting the ends of those pieces, as well as where your dowels intersect. Sometimes those parts are a little more difficult to get. I typically will go ahead and do one really good coat on the front side, and then I'll flip it over once that's dry and do a coat on the back as well. So as a reminder, because it is raining, I did not go out of the house to get any of the products for this piece, so I ended up running out of spray paint. I did still have this Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint that I ended up using to go on top, and I think it still turned out very well. So here is my finished piece. I placed it in my bedroom just above our headboard. So here's kind of a look at how it flows with the bed and the furniture in the room. Let me know what you think of this piece. I actually think it's very different and unique. You see a lot of these types of pieces on sites like Wayfair, and I think even Target has like some smaller pieces very similar to this as well. They're usually made out of the metal rods, but I think using the wooden dowels and just spray painting them, whether it be in a black or a metallic finish, I feel like it gives you the same look for a whole lot less. So let me know your thoughts below, and I'll check you guys out on my next video.